Carr, and Wise. They are available when you call.
I'm Rudy Kalis, and I'm for the family.
Hello?
I need you to meet me.
Lucas.
I need you to meet me, Sally, at the Tuxedo Club. Now.
Lucas, is it...
Sally, my mom and I were thinking...
I gotta go!
What? What's going on?
I can't believe Lorna went after Kevin.
Jake, Lorna has a mind
This
of
is
her own.
great, Paulina, just great.
She's trying to help
No,
Kevin.
what she is trying to do, Paulina, is get herself killed.
No, I don't buy that. Kevin cares for Lorna. He wouldn't hurt her.
I'm sure Rita Brooks said the same thing.
Jake, Rita, we don't know if Kevin killed her.
My brother is armed, desperate, and dangerous. You tell me.
God, Kevin. Please tell me it's not you. This one.
Yeah, that's fine. Here's the sidebar piece to go with it.
Yes, all right, this is fine. I want this issue of Sophisticate to be a blockbuster. Circulation is down, I guess you've seen that.
Oh, yes, but is it any wonder who wants to read more depressing stories about malcontent women?
Iris, I would just like this issue to set a romantic tone, that's all.
My point exactly, Rachel, dear. We need something to offset Kelsey's article. Activism is turning our readers right off.
Iris.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to say I told you so.
Then just don't. What's done is done. Let's just move on the way we always do.
That's not exactly true, is it? You still plan to take revenge against that little weasel, don't you?
You mean Jake?
Of course I mean Jake. This morning we were in complete agreement about this. It's time that Jake paid for what he's done to this family.
I agree with you totally, but it's got to be done my way.
Well, let me remind you that we don't have very much time. Thanksgiving is only a week away, and if you think that I'm going to sit across a table from Jake and Paulina, then you're sadly mistaken.
We'll see about that, Iris. You're gonna have to trust me on this one.
You know, it just occurred to me that this holiday time is not going to be much fun for a lot of people. Especially Tommy. He can't stand being in that hospital. Who can blame him?
Oh, Iris. I'm sure he's there because it's what's best for him.
You know, that's what makes me so jolly angry. Everybody thinks that they know what's best for Tommy. And at this point of time, I think he knows what's best for him. Do you know what I mean?
Because he's dying?
Yes. I feel so helpless. There's nothing I can do except sit by his side and hold his hand and tell him stories. It's not very much, is it?
It's a great deal, Iris. Let's put this magazine to bed, okay?
Yes, let's.
You take this stuff. That's okay. Where are Sam and Amanda?
Well, Amanda's probably in her office, but if you're expecting to see Sam, forget it. He's not around very much these days.
Well, he's got to be around sometime. I mean, he's the art director, right?
Oh, Rachel, get with it. You've been spending so much time with that television station of yours, you haven't got a clue what's going on around here, Sam.
Hi. Sorry we're late. Sam and I were going over some graphics for the art.
Amanda, don't. We are late because a country music magazine's doing an article on me.
I see.
And did you think this issue was going to produce itself, Sam?
Iris, that's enough. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it.
So where is the mark above the
Cover, Sam. It doesn't seem to be here.
I know. It's not done.
Sam.
Look, I'm sorry, honey. I hadn't really planned on telling all of you like this, but you're gonna have to find another art director.
What?
Honey, I cannot manage a singing career, but this kind of full-time job, it's just not gonna work. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I quit.
Thank you. You know, you don't have to do this. We could have stayed at home. I could have cooked a meal for us.
I'm hungry, Donna.
Very good.
Besides, I kind of felt like I needed a night out. Thank you.
You?
I know, it's hard to believe. I've been feeling sort of out of the loop lately. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming out with me tonight.
Well, of course I would come out with you. So, tell me about your day at the hospital.
Shh, Donna, please, please. Don't let that word hospital slip through your lips again. It's one of the reasons I wanted to come here tonight. No more gossip, no business, no nothing. Just a good time, okay?
Well, then I'm not the person to be with because between Marley and Dennis and Victoria and Grant, it's a wonder I can even get out of bed in the morning.
Oh, Donna, I would have thought that having a senator in the family would have suited you to a T.
John, I'm not that vacuous.
And Vicky is?
No, of course she's not. I mean, I admit that the glamour and the power of going to Washington is very enticing to her, but she can handle that.
All right,
She
so what's the problem?
She doesn't love Grant.
Did she tell you that?
Well, she's just justifying everything that she says. She says that they're friends.
It's not a bad way to start a marriage, Donna. You know what I
Don't
mean?
you start on me, too. She's marrying Ryan's brother just to spite. And I just don't know how I'm going to get past any of this.
Well, for one thing, we don't have to. They do. And another, it's not that unusual for brothers to fall for the same girl. I mean, does that ring a bell at all?
That was a completely different situation that happened 100 years ago.
500 years ago. Hello,
You and...
Oh, Spencer, hello. How are you?
Hi. Don't tell me. Don't tell me they've eloped.
Oh, no. Eloped? No. Grant and Vicky will have the wedding of the century, believe me. And I thought, since we're all going to be family soon, you both might like to join us for Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, Spencer,
You see, I haven't been able to do anything yet for the happy couple, and I thought this would be a good chance for us to celebrate with them. Now, what do you think, Donna?
Felicia.
Did you find Kevin?
No.
I still haven't heard from Lorna.
Well, I hope you find her soon, before Kevin does.
You shouldn't have come here, Lorna.
Kevin, please.
No,
Kevin.
come on. Get in here. Get in.
Look, can't we just talk?
No. I told you I did not want you involved in this from the beginning. Why did you have to push it?
Push? It was my father that was murdered.
I know, Lorna, I know.
Now, I understand there's a fairly good explanation as to why that gun was in your car.
You can bet on that.
Why didn't you tell anybody? Why didn't you tell Billy about it? Why didn't you tell me?
I still can't. You don't know how sorry I am about this.
Sorry, you're crazy.
Maybe I am.
Look, Kevin, come on now. I understand.
Lorna, just do the right thing and listen to me. Just sit down, don't move. It'll make it safer for everybody, all right?
You've thought this through?
Yes, I have, Rachel.
When? If you don't want the job, Sam, then I can deal with that. But not having the cover ready for this month's issue is totally irresponsible.
I'm sure Sam doesn't mean that he's leaving right away. Do you?
Well, as soon as you can find somebody to replace me. Iris, don't worry about the cover. I will stay up all night until it's finished, all right?
You bet you will.
Yes.
I think I'll call Hank. If anyone has an idea for a shortcut for this print job, it's probably him.
Whatever it takes.
Sam, when were you thinking of telling me about this?
Honey, I don't know. This has been on my mind for a very long time now.
Yes, is that the copy room? I'd like to speak to Mr. Kent, please. Yes, Mrs. Wheeler.
Yes, ma'am. He's right here. All right. Yo, Kent, it's the boss again. So, Ken, what's it like at the top? Cleaner, huh?
I wouldn't know. Tell her I'll call her back.
Get out of here.
Hey, I'm serious. I got work to do here. She's gonna have to wait.
All right, man, it's your paycheck. Mrs. Wheeler?
What? He said what? Fine, tell him I look forward to his call.
This can be fixed by tomorrow?
I don't see why not.
Okay, great. We're gonna miss you around here.
Thanks.
We won't get word from the print shop for a couple of hours yet.
Great. Then I can make my meeting with Paulina and Felicia over at Tops.
You know, Rachel, don't let this television thing get out of hand, or the next thing we know, you'll be buying baseball teams or 24-hour news services.
I'll watch myself like a hawk, Iris. Like a hawk.
Good. Well, until you're finished here, Sam, this meeting is pointless, so I, too, will be in my office.
They're not too pleased with me, are they?
Can you blame them?
What about you?
I want you to be happy, Sam, and if it isn't here, then it isn't.
Honey, it's not the work. And you know, I love working with you, right?
But the music more.
No, I didn't say that. The point is, I cannot do everything. I can't do both.
Okay.
Really?
Sure. I hate losing you as my art director, but I'm sure I'll get over it.
You know, you're not losing me. You're getting me back. I promise.
You really believe that, Sam? 'Cause I don't. Not one bit. Come on! Hello? Hello, is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Oh. Okay.
He left the key in it. Okay. All right. He's not so smart. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on.
Would you do me a favor? Yeah, would you ask the bartender if he's seen Lorna? Great. Anything?
No, just recording at Lisette's. They close till after Thanksgiving.
Oh, great. Who closes for the holidays?
I don't know, Jake. Pilgrims?
Yeah, I'm right here. He hasn't seen her. Well, do me a favor, would you? If you see Lorna, would you make sure that she gets in contact with Jake McKinnon? Thank you. Nothing. Now, are you sure Lorna didn't tell you where she thought Kevin might be?
I think I would have remembered that, Jake, don't you?
Don't bite my head off.
Well, don't ask stupid questions.
I'm sorry. We're both a little hyper, and this is not doing Lorna any good at all.
You're right. So, what do you suggest?
Well, we've covered everybody on the list, right?
Yeah. You know, I just had a feeling about Lisette's restaurant. Kevin and the owner were really good friends.
Something tells me that Kevin is not going to be eating Parmesan and raviolis right now.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go try to find Lorna.
Jake. It's Kevin, isn't it?
Yeah. Either that or he's got the worst karma of anybody in the world.
What?
Well, who else would get their car stolen the night that they were about to be charged for murder? I am out of here.
What is that?
Don't worry, it's registered.
When did you get that?
I've had it for a while.
Jake, this is crazy. You can't go after Kevin with a gun.
10 to 1, he's got one. You want me unarmed in front of a madman?
No, but then again, you're not going alone because I'm going with you.
Not going anywhere. I have wasted enough time here already. Now, you go tell Felicia what's going on, okay?
Jake, wait. Please be careful. Promise me that no one's gonna get hurt tonight.
It won't be me if I'm lucky, and if I'm real lucky, it won't be Lorna either.
I'm surprised at you, Spencer. I thought I had an ally in my camp.
Which camp is that?
You don't really think this marriage is gonna work?
Donna, I raised my objections a long time ago, and no one paid any attention to them. So there's no reason to believe that they would now.
I think Donna's experienced similar problems with her children, haven't you, Donna?
I most certainly have not. When a problem is important, a parent's guidance is extremely crucial.
Well, since I'm still in the diaper stage, I think I'll let you two work this out. Excuse me. Here, have a seat.
Thank you.
Just wait. You'll see. You'll see when Gregory gets older.
Now look, Donna, I think we have to be realistic here. Grant's intent on marrying Vicky, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Well, I, for one, promise to do everything in my power to call this thing off.
Now, excuse me. Now, who was that I saw on the evening news standing next to my son and Vicky? If my memory serves me correctly, you were smiling away to beat the band.
Well, it was television, Spencer. What did you want me to do, call Phil Donahue for equal time?
Now, believe me, Donna, I thought the same way you do. But I must admit, I'm beginning to buy into it. I think that Grant and Vicky have a very good chance of making it.
You can't be serious.
I am. Besides becoming the toast of Washington, I think Vicky is very good for Grant. And what's more, I think Grant's good for Vicky, too.
Talk about a change of tune.
And by the way, I hope you'll allow me to chip in for part of the wedding town. I mean, Grant's politicos alone will probably number well over 100.
Well, thank you, but I think it's a little premature to start talking about the wedding tab.
Oh, I wouldn't bet money on that if I were you. Now, what about Thanksgiving? Will you come?
Just tell me one thing. Am I going to have to sit across the table from Iris?
Jenna's not answering either. But then maybe she is on her way over here. Come on, Billy. Can't the police do something for my girls? I'm going crazy.
Well, I've alerted all my patrol cars, but even with that, it'd be a hell of a lot safer if they'd stayed home.
I know. If I could only just find them. I don't know. Maybe they're gone to B&M. Let me try. Come on. No. God, it's a stupid answering machine. Hello. Yes, it's Felicia again. I don't know where either one of you are, and I'm frantic. So whoever gets there first should call me right away. I'll be here at Tops waiting, okay? Hey, come on, you know how much I love you. And the thought that Kevin is out there waiting for one or both of you is, well, it's too much for me to think about. Please, girls, please, get in touch with me.
Lord, God, thank God you're all right. Why haven't you called us? Do you know how worried Mom and I have been?
Sorry. No pocket change.
Lorna, this isn't funny, okay? Mom is worried sick about you. Do you know that this thing about Kevin, it's all over the news?
I know. I had the opportunity to see the perpetrator. Is that what you call him?
What? What happened?
Oh, we had a lovely little chat in a restaurant basement. There was Parmesan cheese and sausages. And what looked to me like a 9mm.
What?
Yeah, Mr.
He had a gun on him?
Mr. Dudley Do-Right. Mr. Special Prosecutor who gets all the bad guys off, held a gun to me and locked me in this room. Nice, huh?
Why? What happened?
I had guessed where he would have gone, and so I followed him. I thought he might need a friend. Can you believe that?
Did he threaten you?
While he was holding a gun to my head, he told me that it wasn't over yet.
He did it, didn't he? He killed Daddy. Hello? Hello? Who's here? Who called me? I said, who's here? Who's there? What do you want? Oh my God. Oh my God, it's you. You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
Oh, Bobby, is Hank here?
Sure thing, Mrs. Wheeler. Hey, Kent, you got company.
Working hard, I see.
Well, that's what you pay me for, Mrs. Wheeler.
We're gonna play that game, are we?
Look, you're not making things easy for me here.
Look, Hank, I called you. They said you were busy. What more could I possibly do?
Let me do my work. I would have gotten back to you.
Look, do I have to remind you that I'm sorry, it was important.
Is it about Tommy?
No, it's not about Tommy. It's just that the art director is a day late on the schedule, and I was wondering if maybe you could come up with an idea of how to move things along.
Oh. Well, when you used to do printing here at Brava, I would have been happy to oblige. Unfortunately, we all got fired. Now I make copies for a living, remember?
Yes, Hank, I remember. I just thought maybe you could call the printer. I mean, you speak his language, I don't. We need to shave a day off the schedule, that's all I'm asking.
Sam have anything, a black and white markup?
I don't know, I'll find out.
All right, well, tell him to send me what he has. I'll get on it as soon as I get back from the hospital.
Oh, are you going to the hospital tonight?
Yeah. Well, that's the usual routine, isn't it?
Well, I was wondering if maybe we could talk about something to do with Tommy.
What?
Well, it just occurred to me that Thanksgiving is just around the corner.
And?
And it would be terrific if John or Daryl would release Tommy from the hospital.
You mean for the day?
No, I was thinking maybe longer than that.
Yeah. What are you driving at, Iris?
Well, I was thinking about all the holidays. There's Thanksgiving and there's Christmas and there's New Year, and it'd be terrific if Tommy could have a real family get-together.
Yeah, well, which family would that be, Iris? In case you haven't noticed, I put in 10 hours a day around here. I don't want Tommy sitting around home watching TV all day by himself.
But it doesn't have to be like that. I can get around-the-clock nursing services and you know what? He could stay at my penthouse. There's plenty of room, and I'd be so happy about that.
I'm not concerned with your happiness at the moment, okay?
I didn't mean it like that, Hank. You know, I'm just trying to
You're trying to take over. Well, forget it. Yeah, I know what's best for Tommy, and shipping him off to some fancy penthouse is not what he needs right now.
I could give him the best that money could buy. And I could give him the best
Hey,
care.
I told you before, I don't need your charity. Me and my kid, we don't need your help. You're acting like this is the last Christmas he's ever gonna see.
Hank!
No! Now we don't need help making decisions. Now you just back off.
Hank, you know, I really would have thought that you would know that all I care about is Tommy. His happiness is what really matters to me. And that's what I want to give him for as long as he has left. But of course, it's your decision.
I never wanted to believe that it was Kevin, no matter what anybody else was saying.
I know.
But there was just all this stuff, all this information that kept piling up. And then Jake convinced me to bug Kevin's car.
Jake?
Yeah. I mean, I figured maybe it would be a good idea. It might help to prove to the whole world that Kevin was innocent, that it was he himself who was trying to find the real killer.
Is that what he told you?
Well, not at first. But last night, before Billy came into the apartment...
You were there, Lorna?
Yeah. And Kevin was acting really strangely, almost like he knew something.
What, knew something about the killer?
I thought so. But then Billy burst into the apartment and they found the gun in Kevin's car. It was the same caliber that was used to kill Lucas. So when I finally found him...
I can't believe you went after him. Where was he?
In the basement of his favorite restaurant. Brilliant, huh?
Okay, well, listen, I mean, if he was guilty, he could have taken off, right?
Why are you defending him?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess because I've been hoping that he is innocent, because I know that you care about him.
I have such a great track record, you know.
Stop it.
Carl, And now Kevin.
Lorna,
I mean,
stop.
I find this guy, and he's on the run. He's loading up a gun. It's not exactly the picture of innocence.
I don't know. I just was really hoping all along that it was someone else.
Well, I guess we have that in common. Had, anyways.
Well, he didn't hurt you, right? I mean, he just left you there. Yeah?
He locked me in. He locked me in the storeroom, and for all I knew, he was going away and then coming back to get me. It made just as much sense as anything else did. And it was right here. Right here that I sat here and held our father in my arms, and I watched him start to die. Oh my God, I gave myself to the man who killed my father.
It's all right. It's all right.
Jenna, Kevin and I made love. What kind of human being could do something like that?
Jenna? Lorna! Damn it, Billy. They're still not there.
Mom is just panicking. Come on, we gotta get over there. We
No,
gotta tell her
no,
what's happened.
no.
What do you mean, no?
Look, I can testify against him. That is one thing, but I will not turn Kevin in. I can't.
All right, then I will. Okay? Now, please, would you just come with me? Mom is really worried about you, Lorna.
Look, Jenna, I need you to help me out here, all right? Now, I know that Mom wants to help me. I know that she's going to do her best, but I don't need her tea and sympathy. What I need right now is to go upstairs and to sleep a little bit. And I just hope that when I wake up, all of this will be over.
Lorna, I don't want to leave you here alone, okay?
Kevin's not as stupid as to come back here to the scene of one of his crimes. Now, come on, go ahead. Mom is waiting. Please, don't kill me, Kevin.
I'm not the killer, Sally, and you know it.
What?
You've known it from the beginning because we both know who it really is, don't we?
I don't know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
you do, Sal. You were pretty good, I'll admit that. Took me a long while to catch on.
You think it was me?
I know it was you. You killed Lucas that night at D&M, and then you tried to pin it all on...
Why would I kill Luke? I loved him.
You didn't love him very much that night at Tops, did you?
Kevin, I was mad at him that night. It was no big deal.
It was a very big deal, Sally. You really thought he was coming back to you, didn't you?
No!
And when he made it clear that he was staying with Felicia, you just couldn't handle that, now could you?
Kevin, it wasn't like that.
Really? What was it like?
Nothing happened. Kevin, you should remember you took me home that
I
night.
remember all too well, Sally. I just couldn't remember exactly how everything happened, though. When you got into the car, you were so upset you were shaking. You remember that, Sally? I reached over and I put your shawl around you. And you started crying again. And for a minute, I just held you there. I even gave you my handkerchief. Is any of this coming back?
So what's that supposed to prove?
Enough to put you away, I think.
Kevin, you don't have anything. Luke was shot long after I got home. And if you use that famous memory of yours, you'll remember that a doctor gave me a sedative that night. I was totally out of it.
Agreed, but I don't think it was the drug, Sally. I don't think you took that sleeping pill. I think you pretended to. And then when I left, you did exactly what you wanted to do for years. You got even with Lucas.
No!
Yes, you did, Sally. But tell me one thing. Was it easier killing Lucas than it was Rick?
What?
Because that one I can prove. That shawl you had in the car with me, it was silk with fringe. That fringe can tangle like crazy. Did you ever notice that?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
found some of the fibers on my jacket. They were an exact match with the fibers that were found on Rick's body.
So, that's not proof? We lived together. He was my brother, damn it.
Yeah, I know. And I just can't imagine what it would take to kill your own brother.
Want to talk about it?
Please. Don't hurt me, Kevin. Just put the gun away. Please.
Honey, look. I know this is all really going fast, but you gotta trust me on this. I really believe that giving up this job is a positive step forward.
For your singing career?
Yeah, but for us too. I mean, there never seems to be enough time for us as a family.
Sam, you're never home.
That's what I mean. How can I be a good father and a good husband if I'm all over the place? Something was bound to give.
I guess it just had to be your job, right?
Maybe that's exactly it. I mean, it's never been more than just a job to me.
I thought you liked working here.
Because I get to work with you. But the job, I mean, it's just a paycheck, that's all. Before all this singing stuff started, honey, the painting always came first. You knew that.
Yes, I know, but somehow that was different. I mean, you were home. You were home.
Yeah, I know you're worried about the gigs, you're worried about the road, all the rest of it, right?
Nice of you to overlook those groupies like that.
Oh, come on. I got the two most beautiful women in the world living with me.
Not when you're on the road.
Honey, you're always with me. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you remember when we used to dream about me making it big as an artist? We'd have all the money in the world we could ever want. We could live exactly how we pleased.
You think that's gonna happen with your singing career?
Why not? I mean, why not? Stranger things have happened.
This doesn't have anything to do with the fact that you're making money on the Corey payroll.
No. I got used to that a long time ago. I didn't like it, but that's not what's going on here. Honey, I want to make a success of this. I want this as much as I want anything in my life.
Okay, there's just one thing.
Okay? You name it.
We're not gonna let the late nights and the long hours get to us. We have to make time to spend with the family and stick to it. Can you do that?
I can do that with my eyes closed. Honey, I love you.
I love you too. By the way, I've just read your most recent evaluation of the Hudson Group.
Oh, good. Well, I hope you take some of my recommendations to heart. You know, without Michael's hands-on management, the profits have been slipping.
I know, and it's absolutely disgraceful how some people just can't be trusted with money.
Well, it's not a matter of trust on
But
it.
I've come
You
up
see,
with
the
a
most
brilliant solution.
Oh, really?
Yes. I think that I should take over in a more meaningful way. I mean, I think I should be made the acting chairperson. Now, mind you, I'm not going to come cheap.
Now, Donna, the last thing your company needs is another high-priced manager. Now, you listen to me. Take your profits, invest wisely, and tell your financial officer to call me about making some changes. After all, you're going to be the tiniest bit busy with the wedding, aren't you?
Well, yes,
Everybody happy? Well, almost. So, will we see you at Thanksgiving?
Well, actually, Spencer, you know, the senator and I aren't the best of friends.
John, I think it's time that we all put the past behind us. Don't you agree, Donna?
Yes.
Well, until then, good night, John. Spencer. And Donna, remember what I told you.
How can I forget?
Problem?
Everywhere I turn.
Donna, is there something you're not telling me?
No, it's just all of the stuff with the girls.
No. It's something else. You've been worried about something for quite a while now. What is it?
Well, if your daughter were going to marry a piranha like Grant Harrison, you would be worried too. Now, let's not talk about it anymore. I'm starving. Let's eat.
Hey, honey. Rachel, what's the matter? Oh, Rachel, I'm sorry. I know we were supposed to have the meeting today about the show. I
Honey,
just
tell
can't
me
do
what's
it.
happened.
Police were here. They still can't find Kevin Anderson.
Where are the girls?
And I'm afraid that Kevin will go after them, and I don't have any idea how I'm going to warn them.
Well, maybe you won't have to.
Tell me, what's happened? What do you know?
Lorna went after Kevin. Oh, my God. Yes, and Jake went after them both.
You're not getting away with anything,
I've
Anderson.
got the advantage now, Sally.
You're
You know it.
crazy. You need
It
help.
took me a long time to figure out how it was all going to come down. But once I did, it made all the sense in the world, and I am sorry for you, Sally. I am so sorry for you.
Let me just guess how you're gonna do it this time.
What?
I'm the new June Martin, right? Poor old Sally, depressed about her brother, goes to the same place he was killed and knocks herself off. And then she leaves a note saying she's the murderer and she couldn't live with it anymore. A real nice Kevin, real tidy, just like a DA.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's you. You killed Rick. You killed Lucas, and now you're gonna kill me.
Sally!
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, Hank.
Hi. Look, I owe you an apology. I acted like a real jerk before.
No, it was entirely my fault, truly. I guess I've spent so much time with Tommy, I feel like family, you know, and every now and then I need someone to remind me to mind my own business.
Well, you are the closest thing to family, and maybe that's the problem.
Hank, look, if you need me to just back off, then I will, if that's what you're trying.
No, what I'm trying to get out of my mouth is that you see things like family. I mean, real family. You look out for Tommy. And if I wasn't so pig-headed, I would see that. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to see it.
Look,
now let me finish, please. You know, I keep thinking that every time we talk about the end, we're giving up. And how can I give up on my son? You want to tell me? How can I do that?
We're not giving up, Hank. Not any of us. But we have to think about what's best for Tommy now. What's gonna make him happy. Don't you see, it's not the disease anymore. It's not even the treatment. It's just Tommy. And I'd like to be there with him, for him, if that's all right with you. That.
Yes, of course.
He's so strong, Tommy, you know, and he'll show us the way. I know he will.
That's something, huh? My little slugger showing everybody how tough he is.
What do you mean Lorna went after Kevin? Where did they go?
We don't know.
Well, why didn't you stop them, Pauline? I know what's going on.
How did Jake know where to go? Did Lorna call?
No, we don't know where Lorna is, and it's Kevin that Jake went after anyway.
Well, how does Jake know where Kevin...
Well, that's...
My God, Jenna. Oh, you're here. Thanks, okay. God, honey.
Lorna, I just got your message.
Lorna.
You know where Lorna is?
Yeah, I just left her at the video lock.
So Kevin didn't find her?
No, but she found him.
What?
She followed him to Lucetta's restaurant.
I knew
he
it.
had her at gunpoint, and he locked her in. But you know what? She's okay. She's just a little shaken up.
Well, I bet she is.
Are you?
Operator. Yes, I want Captain Billy Cooper at police headquarters. This is an emergency.
Why didn't you bring her with you? Why did you leave her alone?
I wanted to. She refused, Mom, okay? She doesn't want to turn him in. Now, I hate to say this, but she's in love with him, even after all of this.
I would have known. I would have felt it. I would have.
did you get Luke's voice?
Tapes.
You wanted to drive me crazy and then kill me, right?
Overreacting is not going to help, Sally. Now, why don't you just lay it out? What happened with Rick?
What do you want me to say?
The truth! And you were upset with Rick for how he treated Jenny. You thought he was going to hurt her that night, so you came after him. Am I close?
As close as me, little brother. Drop the gun.
Jake.
It's a funny thing about being the bad guy. You show up in the damnedest places.
I'm not the murderer, Jake. It's Sally. I can prove it!
He doesn't have anything.
It's the truth!
Drop
I
the
swear,
gun.
Jake, I didn't do it. And I think you know in your gut that that's true.
All I know is what I see. Don't make me ask you.
You're looking at your own flesh and blood, Jake. Who are you gonna believe?
Weekday afternoons, you'll find the best back-to-back on Channel 4. It all starts with America's two most popular game shows. At 3 o'clock, spin The Wheel of Fortune with Pat and Vanna. Then at 3:30, test your trivia knowledge with Jeopardy's Alex Trebek. At 4 o'clock, it's everyone's favorite talk show host, Oprah. She'll keep you on the edge of your seat with shows right out of today's headlines. Then on 5 o'clock with Dan Miller, kick back and relax as Dan and friends take a lighter look at today's events. Catch all the best back-to-back every weekday afternoon here on Channel 4. Channel 4 News, Nashville's #1 evening news source. Join Demetria, Jeff, Bill, and Rudy tonight at 6.